Hi, this video will discuss what it means for a function to be one-to-one. This is important when we're asked to find an inverse of a function. Only functions that are one-to-one have an inverse. So the first step in finding an inverse is always to determine if the function is one-to-one. And we can do this by graphing it. First, let's look at the definition of one-to-one. I have it written out. A function is one-to-one if for elements c and d in the domain of f, where c is not equal to d, then f of c is not equal to f of d. This is just a fancy way of saying for different inputs or for different x values, there are different outputs, different y values. Okay? And what we basically do is use the horizontal line test. Let's not get this confused with the vertical line test. The vertical line test, okay, where we draw lines in a vertical direction this way, is used to determine if something is a function or not. The horizontal line test, where we're going to draw lines in this direction, is used to determine if a function is one-to-one. All right, and what the horizontal line test does is that for every horizontal line we can draw on that graph, we can only intersect the function f at most once. Okay, so here I have two examples. Here I have a graph of a linear function, and if we come in here and start drawing horizontal lines, okay, lines in this direction, we see that no matter where we draw the horizontal line, it only intersects our graph at one point. Okay, therefore this function here in the blue line is said to be one-to-one. All right, so this one would be one-to-one. Okay, here I have a graph of a quadratic. Notice that if I start drawing a horizontal line, that my horizontal line in most cases intercepts this graph at 2 points, here and here. Therefore, it is not one-to-one. All right. So quadratics are not one-to-one, and therefore they do not have an inverse. So here I've drawn a horizontal line. It intersects my graph at 2 points. All right. So it has failed the horizontal line test, and we say that it is not one-to-one. So that is all there is to determining if a line is one-to-one or not. First, we're going to graph it. Then we're going to see if a horizontal line exists that intersects the graph at more than one point. If a line exists that intersects the graph at more than one point, then the function is not one-to-one, and therefore we cannot find the inverse of that function.